scale that you cannot comprehend. Darkened spheres and objects kind of passing you as you drift into nothing, into this void with distant dots of light and sparkle.
In the middle of the night, placed it against the door to the home, and I set it on fire. Eventually, he wanted to test our allegiance, and so strangers were brought in, traitors, disgusting people, traitors to this empire, and we killed them.
What?
Students?
He made you
We wanted,
executioners.
we wanted to be.
empty plains. Flat, open, featureless. An endless horizon of empty earth. Beneath you, something shifts. You look down, your feet standing above a spring, small and trickling, burbling up from the ground below. The waters spew forth and begin to spread, rapidly drowning this endless expanse around you. In shifting waves, the level of the water comes beyond your nose, and you struggle to try and swim with it, but find your feet anchored to the ground beneath you. The surface escapes you upward, leaving you in freezing depths, fathoms below. Cages around you in all directions. Wonder. A single massive yellow serpent eye appears before you. Then another, big and small. Your entire periphery becomes dozens and dozens of different yellow eyes. Return.
Gamble. You failed. You're stupid. Smart as you are, you're stupid. With this. She could cave in everything. There's 3 that have been stolen. Yeah, they're nice. 2 of them, one's weird. One of them tried to kill you, the other one, she's adorable, but what do you... What do you expect to do with her? How is she going to help you do what you want to do? She's as much a liability as anything else.
Hey, we're back. Woobies. Bith. What happened there? What's up, Vale? Oh, it goes well. Stop giving me notifications. Closing email program now. Wow, Vale. That stinks. Oh, why is Google Docs lagging of all programs? Reload. There we go. Excuse me. Okay. Now we get to set up the recording booth, or finish resetting up the recording booth.
Words to get out of situations, to try and heal conflict, to try and outsmart somebody. And now all of a sudden I have this power and I feel like it's a shortcut. And I've been cheating myself. Eldridge,
Thank you, because I would not be alive if you had not. You saved my life, so thank you.
No problem.
Yesterday was really not great.
Yeah, well, we'll do better today, right?
Sure we will. I meeting and teaming up, it's been a good thing.
Oh, yes. I know everyone else makes fun of your smell, but I don't smell nothing.
That's what I like about you. You see, the sun is coming up, but you can still see one or two up there. See that one? That's the planet, that one. That's another place.
Nowhere on the planet.
only got 3 minutes. Mr. Clay and, no, I'm fine. 1 second. That sounds great.
I would love to try your tea.
Please let me know what you think.
It is delicious.
Only grows here. We've been tending this garden for generations.
You're drinking dead people tea?
Aren't we all?
Yeah, it's very true. But you're like cultivating dead people for good tea.
Aren't we all? Please let me know, what can I do for you? Usually when people come here, it is because of some great tragedy. How may I alleviate your pain?
Oh, well, Herr Clay, we come to you with a great tragedy.
We recently lost one of our friends. And
People who come here usually have.
we aren't here to bury him. He's already in the ground. But we've come to avenge him, and we were hoping to find some help.
It is hard to believe, but I was able to do the I Dance the Waltz and the Tarantelle. It's been many years.
Well, you should show us sometime, because I want to see it.
I'm very much out of practice, and
You can do it when nobody's watching, okay?
I can see you as a waltzer. That makes sense.
it does a little bit.
I'm really good at the waltz. Yeah, they taught me the same time I learned piano.
You're always the better. Yes, so then the Astrid, you're always so good.
Oh. Huh.
I'm sure Astrid loves you very much.
How the fuck did I do this last time? I don't remember. Wait, really? I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but okay.
Watching me? My potential. What are you asking of me? Would you have me learn? I don't understand. A reward for this. I'm listening. I previously wanted to go north to the Soltris Academy, but I just feel like that's another step in the direction that's not really pressing for right now.
Plus, it kind of sounds like someone's gonna catch up with us sooner or later looking for whatever's inside of you.
sabotaged the ship that caused the explosion that threw me overboard. The one that probably sent everything to space.
Yes.
I can't leave here without trying to.
Too far from you, my friend. Is that the ocean? Crashing waves, calling me home. Home. Calling me home.
Hi, I'm Chester.
Hi, Caleb.
Nice to meet you, Caleb. How much silver did I just get? 7! Do you want a donut this morning? It's a little more stale in the bag. I have to let you know.
I think I'm fine.
I don't think I've seen you eat anything other than pastries.
I really like it.
I'm kind of concerned for your well-being.
Hey, look at us. We did it.
Have you always been an artist?
I have actually. I've been an artist since I was little.
That's what they look like, I can tell. That is what
I've seen a lot of this.
Chester, were you like laughing to yourself last night? It's like kind of obnoxious.
Sorry.
Mr. Ford, are you all right?
Yeah, just another dream. Closer, 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 closer. Wow. My dreams are one thing, right? But that shit is,
looks uncomfortable.
It's real.
That woman is going to try to kill you, I really do.
The tale of the Eastern Sea, from Doctor to Port Somali, chosen daughter of the sea. And like a seal, he's waiting. Delve in the water and we'll set him free.
intentions are, but I feel like there are only a few that I could ask to exercise quick judgment in a moment of need. I think you know what I mean, but in case this thing gets out of hand, and I count on you to right the ship if need be.
Keep the group safe. Of course. As always, I will do my best. Well, with your bad decisions.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Lauren? Check, check, check. Real Ghost BC vibes? I don't know what Ghost BC is. What is this magic? Alright, is that more directional? Check, 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 check. Checkity check. This episode goes out to Person from Place. Welcome. Okay. Now I must go and speak quickly with my wife to see if it is possible. Oh, I need the person with the place, from the place. I need an actual name. Shit fuck. Shit. Hey, sweetie. I'm recording the podcast. What's up?
I was like, who's that person on your screen? What's happening? Am I in the Twilight Zone?
What's up?
I just wanted to say, hey, I got some messages from the kids.
Awesome. Super cute. Let me know when you're breaking for
Are
lunch.
you? Are
No.
we on video? Oh, okay.
Let me know when you're breaking for lunch so we can talk about this evening.
I don't want to break for lunch. I already broke for lunch.
Oh, well, we need to talk about this evening.
We're going to do what you said to do. I don't want to, I mean, it's 40 minutes from here.
Their place?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's 20 minutes to Sanders, and then it's 20 more minutes.
We'll time it, and then we'll know for sure. Anyway, I have to look up some info. Where's my phone? Oh. You want to pop into the booth and say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
wanted
I
to-
know you come here for me.
wanted to ask.
The lighting in here is creepy.
I know, but what are you gonna do? I wanted to ask.
Ghost Stories by Megan Robinson.
Megan.
Okay, ask.
I can hear you very well when you're on the phone. Is there a way that phone can move into the living room for now, or do you need your laptop? Or I'm probably only going to be like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes.
Okay, why don't you tell me when you're done, and I will not do it.
Not phone until then.
This is mine.
Yeah. So is this?
That's because this
Oh
is
no,
mine.
that's mine, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
yours.
Yeah.
I want to fix this.
I would love that.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. And now we have a barking dog.
Love you. Go have fun.
We might be getting a box delivery. Yeah? Megan Robinson. Why does he borf? It's like an uncertain dislike, though. He's like, borf, 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 borf. I should probably go make myself some tea because this throat. My throat soother, which sounds bad, but my throat soother is lemon ginger with honey. I think I might go make some of that. I'll be right back. I will give you some more chill tunes to chill to.
You survived being chained up and tortured. That's gonna fuck with a person, right?
Yeah, it's more the disappointment. You know, I expect better of myself. I let you guys down, I let Jester down, I let Yasha down. I'll never be able to shake this. to shake this. You need me more than I need you. You need me more than I need you. Give it back. You need me more than I need you. You need
just like the sea. You and me. Just like the sea. You and me. Just like the sea. Just like the sea. You and me. Just like the sea.
You feel this little heartbeat against the kind of dull gray skin of your chest. There's a yellowish light source, the same light as the eye before you.
You okay? What? Yeah, nope. Sorry. I just, was, yes, sorry. Go back to sleep. Everything's fine. Trace.
No, I'm taking this.
Put it back or
I'm
I'll
taking this. Isn't worth my time. I'm taking this.
down.
Ford, put that fucking thing down.
I will fucking leave both of you here. We're either a team or you're working for yourselves. Decide.
I'm proud of you for maintaining your sense of self through all this. It's difficult sometimes when one is pulled by things greater than ourselves.
You said you commune with the mother.
I do.
Yeah. Is it a two-way thing, or are you just putting yourself out there and seeing what comes back?
Very much a two-way thing. I mean, there's no way nature isn't separate. We're part of it. We communicate with the world every day with every breath. Everything we do is our declaration of our love, adoration, or our denial of it.
Do you think she cares about the affairs of something like this?
Very much so.
Okay, we've got some tea. Oh, Lord. Also sucked on a cough drop for a little bit. That's feeling a little better. Here we go, y'all. This is a long one. This episode goes out to Ellen Leah, who left us a review on iTunes. You compared us to Robin Hobb, and frankly, we don't know what to do with that. Oh, shit, my phone should not be in here. Hello and welcome to the show. If the three of you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves.
Hello there. Hello there. There. Hello there. There. Well, hello there. I'm Alburn of the family. Hello there. Hello there.
Ooh, I'm so out of practice, you guys. I'm so out of practice.
Woof.
I hate to say it, but it was a lot easier to do Alburn's voice back when I was still smoking.
Hello there. I am Alburn of the family Telfer, and I am happy to dispense what advice I have that may be useful to you all.
I am Enelin of the family Lemstad, and I am the currently ruling High King of the 9 Kingdoms of Underrealm. I only hope that what I have learned in my time on the throne may be helpful. Can we get this started? Zane? Oh, all right. I am Zane of the family Foradar, and I am here to answer your questions.
That was succinct.
Did you expect a speech? DH asks, what's the most inappropriate use of magic that you've seen or heard about?
You mean aside from Zane in general?
That is hardly amusing. I disagree.
EL asks, I have... Ugh. To turn down my headphones, blasting out my own ears. EL asks, I have people in my life who don't approve of parts of who I am. More specifically, they don't approve of my current relationship. How do I deal with them?
I suppose execution is out of the question?
Your Majesty.
I am mostly joking, but honestly it is hard to advise in situations such as these. You know your own family better than anyone would. My parents were generally kind and supportive of me, but when they found fault with some I have been associated with in the past, I resented them. It turned out that those partners were in fact bad people, and my parents could see it even when I could not. Yet this is not always the case, of course. Alban, I believe you can speak to the other side of things.
Yes, Your Majesty, I can. My mother was rather the opposite of Enelin's parents. She sought always to control me and bend me to her will. When my sister or I made friends or had lovers my mother disapproved of, she would do everything in her power to separate us and make life horrible for the objects of our affection. There was never any reasoning with her on any topic, much less the prospect of a relationship with someone she deemed unworthy. In the end, I fled my home, and my life was markedly better for it. But Enelin and I are two extremes, of course, and most people walk some middle ground. You might be one of them. Only you would know that. Zane, what do you think? Has anyone you have known tried to unduly influence you in love?
I think we had best leave that topic well enough alone, Alban.
M asks, Dear Zane, if given the choice, would you fight 1 horse-sized Lauren or 10 duck-sized Laurens?
I have tangled with Lauren enough to know that in either case I would lose, and so the manner of my defeat seems immaterial.
Oh, was there a dog bark? I didn't even hear it. Hope it doesn't come out in the recording.
LB asks, do you guys actually like Lauren, or are you just being polite?
Of course I like Lauren. That girl has a good head on her shoulders, when she does not forget it at home. I will admit we have clashed in the past, and when we are at odds, she is headstrong enough to give even Mag a run for her money. But a stubborn nature has never stopped me from being friends with Mag, and it is no different with Lauren. In fact, the only negative feeling I have towards Lauren is worry. She is a dear soul and wise in many ways of the world, but ignorant of so many others. I hope we are able to reunite soon. If we are, one aim of mine is to ensure she stays long enough to grow into the incredible woman I'm confident she will one day be.
I am afraid my position does not lend itself to liking people unreservedly, with a whole heart. This is an unfortunate side effect of leadership, and especially of rule. To grow too fond of someone, too close, this often leads to poor decision-making when those folk are involved in a situation. It is my responsibility, and the very duty I was chosen for, to see to the greater safety and success of all the people of Underrealm. Most of these folk I shall never even see, much less get to know. Yet never must I treat them more poorly than those close to me, the advisers and nobility who I see and work with every day. Therefore I try always to keep those in my life at a distance, thinking of them as just another citizen of Underrealm, like the uncountable number whose faces I shall never look upon, and yet whose lives may be influenced, or even ended, by my decisions. This, however, is merely the philosophy I aspire to. The mind and heart are never entirely slaves to philosophy alone. Of course, I find myself growing fond of many of the best people in my life. And while I work to remain neutral and impartial in my decisions concerning them, neither am I ashamed of my love for them. Few things are more dangerous than a heartless king. And so, though we have, in fact, spent regrettably little time together, yes, I do indeed like Lauren of the family Nelda. I have received many reports of her adventures since she left my company. I worry for her, but I do not find myself any less fond of her. I trust her to find her way through her own current dangers, as well as this war that plagues Underrealm. And if I may aid her on the path I feel is laid out before her in this life, I aim to do so.
Oh.
Yes, I like Lauren. No thanks to my own actions, and despite all the horrors we have witnessed together, or caused, as the case may be. I have few friends. Most of the friends I do have were earned through great trial and tremendous hardship, and in spite of myself. I know my own manner well enough to understand I am a difficult person to grow close to. Lauren never let me cast her aside, no matter how often I tried. She had her own reasons for staying close to me, of course, but that is no matter. She did stay, and as a result, I find her one of the very few true friends I have left in this world.
I forgot my pop screen this whole time. Fuck the what, Garrett? Fuck the what?
Stop it. Knock it off. Puh, 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 puh. Bruh, bruh, bruh. Oh, that's awesome, Robin. That's not on your phone, right? I don't know of a way to do it on my phone, but I know how to do it on computer. Hey, Valeries, I'm recording a special podcast episode. Excuse me. Kay asks, Your Most Royal Highness, do you have any dating advice? Dating advice? Oh dear. I am afraid that romance is even harder to come by than friendship when one is in my position. I did truly love Eamon's mother, but I confess we would never have met or courted had our parents not brought us together, for the political alliance they hoped to forge, and in which they succeeded. But Sir Sin passed away, and since then I have not had much chance to pursue love. What advice I can give is the same that most would give to anyone. Be very clear in what you desire from the other person. For the most part, my relationships of recent years have been with lovers. There, things are clear-cut. Each of us knows exactly what to expect from the other as well as what to give. It is the same for relationships not built on the back of coin. But in that case, you must find out for yourself both what is desired and what is required. Use your words is what I suppose it boils down to, though that sounds like a parent instructing a child on etiquette. Oh, Android, Robin? Dang it. M asks, Dear Zane, in your time of teaching and advising, what age range do you prefer to deal with and why? If we are speaking purely of preference, I will admit that, personally, I prefer advising adults to teaching children, preferably even adults older than myself, and wiser, if such can be found. I have never been the most patient man. It requires a great deal of effort to stop myself from berating a pupil when they do not grasp a concept or a technique. It requires a great deal of effort to stop myself from berating a pupil when they do not grasp a concept or a technique quickly enough. And children are, well, they are often convinced of their own wisdom and correctness, even when neither are very much in evidence. However, I also recognize that this is, to some degree, a personal failing of my own. I have learned much of patience from watching those who exhibit it readily, and I am at least wise enough to observe that it is the best way to foster greater understanding in anyone, especially the young. Therefore, while personally I prefer my duties as adviser to Her Majesty, I recognize that I serve a greater purpose through my administration at the Academy, and through whatever wisdom I am able to impart upon my students thereby. Preference is all well and good, but I am trying to place the great... Preference is all well and good, but I am trying to learn to place the greater good against any personal Preference is all well and fine, but I am trying to learn to place the greater good above any personal desires. A.G. asks, Dear Mr. Telfer, have you found any new underclothes yet? What? What?
Well, of course, I was never out of them for myself, you understand. It was a joke. How did you hear that story?
What are you talking about? Quiet, Zane. I want to hear this.
Listen, it was a joke. Well, a customer was standing in my bowyery, and I told him I hoped he had come to buy a bow, because I had run out of underclothes.
Why under the sky would you say that? Be silent, Zane.
It was a joke. I meant underclothes to sell, not for myself to wear.
You mean some strange man You mean some strange man came into your bowyery, and you simply up and...
Listen, it was quite funny. Jordell certainly seemed... the customer certainly laughed. Listen, it was quite funny. Jordell certainly seemed... the customer certainly laughed.
Dark below take me. And there it is.
Wait.
I should have known. I strongly suspected.
You two are...
Jordell walks into your bowyery, and the first thing you tell him is that you are not wearing underclothes?
That is not what I said.
But you see, it is, after a fashion.
Sky above, you are both twisting my own words until I cannot recognize them. Next question.
All right, but first, do you require a glass of water?
What?
I only ask because from the peculiar shade of red you have turned, I wondered if you were choking.
Next question. Next question.
AG asks, Mr. Foradar, would you say you've ever had any chill? Of course I have. Interestingly, non-wizards rarely know this. It is quite a bit harder to cool things down than it is to heat them. Of course, all elementalism is based on energy, but paradoxically, it requires more energy from a wizard to reduce the energy in a target than it does to increase the...
Zane, I believe they meant to ask if you have ever, at any time, been able to relax, to chill, as it were.
Why would I do that?
And I believe that is the best answer we could hope for.
I am disappointed you interrupted him, Alban. I wanted to see how long he would keep going. We are about to enter spoiler territory. The following questions contain spoilers for some or all of the books of Underrealm. If you don't want any of the story to be spoiled for you, read no further. DH asks, Hi King Enelin, having been betrayed by at least 2 of your recent Academy deans, do you have any advice for hiring employees that aren't going to try and kill and or betray you?
Little burp.
thought I had a wife.
Ah, yes, well, I am afraid that this, like the lack of romance and true friendship, is one of the unfortunate side effects of my position. In truth, I had half considered abolishing the position of dean and the academy itself, what with both of the traitors having come from that exact same place. Your Majesty? I am joking, again. But truly, this is one reason it becomes difficult to grow too friendly with anyone. I must always be vigilant for those who seek to harm me or Eamon. And when I find myself growing fond of someone, there must always be a question in the back of my mind, wondering if they are trying to worm their way into my confidence, so that they may gain an advantage in betraying me later. I have never denied the privilege that comes with my position, but others sometimes discount its perils. And finally, D.H. asks, Zane, what was Eamon's joke that has brought you so many laughs over the years? Ah, that. Well, I had seen only 17 years, and I was newly arrived to the seat to study at the academy. But I had had private tutors at home, and my family is a noble one. And so I found myself entrenched in the High King's Court and embroiled in the politics that thrive there, begging your pardon for saying so, Your Majesty. I could hardly blame you for telling the truth. In any case, before I had been there even a month, I encountered the Lord Prince. Now it turns out that he had heard of me already, and he knew something of me. In particular, he knew that I liked a good joke, but I enjoyed a good riddle even more. And so he invited me into a drawing-room, pulled out a stolen skin of his mother's finest wine, begging your pardon again, Your Majesty. Sky above, Zane, if you apologize for every transgression you committed while at my court, we will be here for a year. Well, in any case, he poured 2 glasses of wine, and then he asked me, what did the farmer say when he lost his plough? I took it for a riddle, and I worried at it like a dog with a bone. I thought of farmers from legends, whether they be fools or simple peasant boys who grew into great heroes. But I could not remember any that had lost a plough, nor had their ploughs stolen from them. For every answer I gave, Eamon merely laughed and shook his head. We stayed up late into the night. Eamon even fetched another skin of wine, and we got quite drunk. Finally, when I was close to nodding off, I gave up. I asked him to tell me the answer. What did the farmer say when he lost his plough? Eamon smiled at me and said, "Where is my plough?" The wine played a part, I am sure, as did the lateness of the hour. But I can tell you honestly that I do not think I have ever laughed so hard in my life. Eamon knew that I would take the question seriously, and he used that against me. He knew that I loved riddle. He knew that I loved riddles, and that I would know the most difficult riddles are often the simplest. And to have been so thoroughly outsmarted by a man even younger than me— Eamon was of a high noble station, of course, and well educated, but then so was I. It was such a delight to have him so thoroughly flummox me that I decided immediately that he was my greatest friend on the seat. I said earlier that I have few enough friends, and the ones I do have are usually earned through hardship and great trial. Eamon is one of the few exceptions, maybe the only one. But that is just the sort of man he is. I have never met anyone more able to discern who a person is, find out what they want, and present it to them in a better way than they ever expected. It is one of the many fine qualities that make him such a capable leader, and it is why I have great confidence that he will be an excellent High King if he takes the throne. And it is why I have great confidence that he will be an excellent High King if he takes the throne after Her Majesty, as we all hope. As we all hope. I had never heard that story, Zane. Thank you for telling me. It means more to me than I can say.
And there we are.
We did it.
All right, y'all. And this is when I end stream. Whoops. What are you doing? This is where I end stream. And because I need to find out if I can record my wife's part of the podcast, which I'm not going to do on stream. So I'm going to find somebody to throw a raid to. Who is streaming out there? Oh, Joe plays violin. Whoops. Here we go. Gonna throw a raid her way. Go say hi. And I'm gonna get the rest of my workday done. I might stream later if I get to YouTube, but I might not. So we're gonna have to see. But I'm definitely gonna need at least like an hour or two off. So yeah, hey, thanks for hanging out with me today, everybody. Kind of happy to be wrapping up the monthly stuff so that I can get back to writing this week. Very exciting. Writing is exciting. Yeah. Say hi to Joe. I don't know if she's doing like song requests or something, but doing some Final Fantasy music, it looks like, and